Good evening. My name is Beatrice Malika, Director, Glory Christian Education Center, Dream Again Center, and Rescue Home. And welcome to Meet the HR.
Amazing, amazing, guys. Today we're doing things in a different way, not how we're used to it. But remember, when it comes to Meet the HR, we feature what people do, what makes people's everyday today, like what does it involve. And now we've met with Beatrice Malika, who is director of a rescue center. That means that better part of her time she spends as a humanitarian. Now, it has come to everyone's attention that people decide to take different paths and careers in life. And for her, she decided to be a humanitarian. Now, for all those people out there who want to take that path, or maybe are looking forward to going down that path, this show is for you. So stick around to get to understand what a humanitarian's life involves and what happens behind the scenes. So let's get started from the top, Beatrice. Why a humanitarian?
I think being a humanitarian is like a call. It's inborn.
Yeah.
You know, something you can just wake up one morning and say, I want to help people or make people's life a bit easy. It's not something you can say you're going to school to learn. It's something that you are born with. Yes.
Wow. And let's start from where it stemmed. How did you get started? Or how did you know that this is the path that I want to follow?
Okay, as a child, it began as a child.
Yeah.
As a child, I used to bring children home. I could have like 10 clothes and give 8 and remain with 2.
Okay.
So I could really, even in school, feel really sad when someone tells me what they're going through at home, like I've lost my mom, I've lost my dad, this is what is going on. I'd be like, I wish there was more that I could do for this person. So when I grew up, I started in this kind of way. I'm a Sunday school teacher. So, you know, when you are dealing with children, there is a certain joy. I don't know if you can understand, but this is only for those who deal with children. So when I started dealing with children in church as a Sunday school teacher, and then now God called me out to go now in the slums to also teach children who don't have the opportunity to go to church about Him. So through this, that is where now my humanitarian side thrived. Because I was working at Kenyatta University, and it was easy for me to reach out to children who did not have school fees with my salary, children who did not have clothes, shoes. I would ask friends to give them, and I also formed a group of widows that we will meet on Saturday just to. They will be done for psychosocial support. Then I will also help them in what can you do as a widow, just to see them also not just sitting and saying, oh, my husband died, so I'm not able to do this and that. So I started in 2012.
2012?
Yeah.
All the way till now?
Till now.
And you're still helping the community?
I'm still helping the community. I started the Bible Club. Through the Bible clubs, I realized the children I was teaching on Saturday Bible clubs, they're not going to school. And some, it was because of school fees. Others, their mothers were not able to take care of them, like go to school. Others were going to do neglect. So I began a free education school. Free education, free meals, by the grace of God. And as I'm talking to you now, I'm talking about 700 children. 700?
Yeah. Children?
Yes.
Amazing. And you started back in 2012? 2012.
Then the school started with just 12 children. And here we are.
And, okay.
2014 is when I started the school. So through the school, also the community, there were girls who are not going to high school. They just do class 8 and they stop there. So I took the applied to our church, Sitam Thika Road, and the women of our church took up to educate these girls. And others are in the university. We thank God for that. So it's not just the school, even children who have passed well and they don't know how to go about, I also walk around and find out how they can get help. And apart from now in Jadaini, the slum where I'm doing most of it, during COVID, a lot of girls got pregnant. You know, it was a teenage crisis pregnancy. So I'd gone to the village. I come from Western Kenya. I'm a Luya.
Yes.
So when I went to see my dad, my mom died, so my dad lives alone.
Yeah.
I realized we had gone with him to a funeral, then we went to church. There were so many teenagers who were also pregnant. So my heart also went out to them. I wondered, what will happen to these young girls?
Yeah,
so again, I called them at my father's house, and we spoke.
Yeah.
And there are those who are interested in school. As I'm talking now, there are 2 who have done Form 4. They are supposed to go to university.
Wow,
they passed well. One got a B, another one got a C+.
Wow.
So I'm trusting God they can get help. They want to do nursing. And others are in high school.
Yes.
Others wanted to do training, like a skill, like hairdressing, what. We got to connect them to such.
Yeah.
So as we are talking now, also in Western Dream Again Center, we have 45 girls.
45 girls.
Who have benefited from our program. There are those who went to high school even this year. And they're doing well. So for me, I'm contented. You know, by I think this was my purpose. This is how God created me to be. Yeah. So I used to work. I've worked in very big organizations as a young girl and even as an adult. And I've earned quite some money. I've seen life.
Yeah.
But I've never been this happy.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's happiness in serving others. There's happiness in helping the community.
Exactly. Just seeing that, you know, like there's a boy who could not have imagined that he'll be in the university. And this boy was walking in tattered clothes in the slums. And now the boy got a B+, and he's doing computer science.
Amazing.
So every time you see these success stories, we have those who are working now. We have one who has graduated as a clinical psychiatrist.
Wow.
For me, the success stories, lifting someone, dusting them up, and pushing them ahead to achieve their dreams. For me, that's all.
That's all you're working towards.
Yes, yes.
Wow, that is amazing.
Yes.
What you are doing for the children out there, what you're doing for the girls back at Western is very, very amazing. Now for you, are you a humanitarian full-time or do you do it alongside other things?
No. I'm a full-time humanitarian.
Wow.
Because apart from now the schools, and I also forgot to mention that we have gone to Mombasa now. Glory Christian is in Mombasa.
Wow.
Mshomoroni, the biggest, deadliest slum in Mombasa. I started last year in May. And we started with 50 children.
Yes.
And now we have 200 children benefiting from us. It's just because we could have even had 400, but now we don't have a lot of help, like financial help there. So it has become a bit hard to add children. So we have registered like 180 children who are waiting to come into our program maybe in May, if we are able to get desks and exercise books and all that they need, because also there it's free education, free meals. Yeah.
And now as a full-time humanitarian, how are you able to finance all these projects that you have that are really, really helping the children out there?
And actually, also having a rescue home, living in Nacha, in a house with children.
Wow.
So I also run a rescue home. So it is not easy. It is not for the faint-hearted. Because if you are faint-hearted, if you have pride, you cannot be a humanitarian. You have to be ready to be stooped at. You have to be ready to be looked down upon. You have to be ready to beg, to look for help. So it is so hard sometimes because you know, like the school now, the one that has 700 children, we have teachers who need to be paid.
Exactly.
We have rent that needs to be paid. Okay, we thank God for this organization called Capo Africa Midwest Food Bank. They provide the food in the school that the children eat. So at least that one has removed that big load on our shoulders. But how I get my financial help is through well-wishers. But most of the well-wishers, they don't do financial help. They bring food, they'll bring clothes, shoes, exercise books. So the financial bit, it's only by the grace of God.
Wow.
I tell people, I don't know, my expense is 350,000 per month.
350.
Yes, because I have 20 workers. And my school is up to junior high. Junior high, you have to do with graduates. You cannot pay a graduate 10,000. They will not teach. They will not be like,
some good substantial
yeah.
money.
So, and I believe in quality education. So I go for quality. And now with that, and we have the rents here in the school and the school in Mombasa. At least in Dream Again in Western, we are using my father's house. But these other rents and yeah, it brings up the expense to that much. And school stationery and things like that. Wow. So how I get that money, I cannot do calculations for you.
Just
I wake up one morning and someone says, I've deposited 50,000 in your account.
Wow.
Just like that. So God provides in mysterious ways. There are times that the wait is long. We get even warnings. Like now, we've not paid rent for the rescue for 3 months. I think my landlord will watch this and say yes.
Very true.
For 3 months. And do not pay the school rent for 2 months.
Right.
You know, and the teachers, when it's today, they've not been paid. So we are waiting upon the Lord. And the Lord provides. He's faithful. So, yeah. So some Kenyans have taken up children to sponsor. So when they sponsor a child at 2,000 per month or 3,000, depending on somebody's financial status, that money also we use on now our financial needs. But we've not gotten enough sponsors to be able to fill that up because we only have sponsors in the school. But we are looking forward and trusting God to get organizations that can believe in these children and sponsor them. Because now when they sponsor them, what they give, when the children have everything they need in school, it can go to now that's use. And another way we have now, because our school is quality, it offers quality education, it has a name in the slums. So the teachers and the landlords there, the teachers who teach in that slum, they prefer their children learning in our school. And also the landlords, the people who have land there and they're renting houses. So these ones get to pay 1,000 shillings per term. That's just 300 per month. Because we also don't want to send a child home and then they don't come back to school because of just money. So we have like 100 children who are paying that 300 shillings per month. But you know, with that money, it's not enough for all that expense.
Yeah, it's a big expense.
So we just rely on God. People knock. There's another time 2 ladies knocked the gate. They brought her, they just said, "In yako," and they left. And they were like, kwani barua ni ya kufukuzwa? Because they did not talk to us. Only for me to open the envelope and find 30,000 in it.
Wow.
I got out to run and say, hey, thank you. But they were nowhere. They had gotten into their vehicles and left.
Wow.
They just said tumetumwa. So that is how we survive. That is how we have not been able to get these big organizations. People say that such organizations have money from the US, from where, but we've not reached there. Though we have Jesus, which is the most important thing.
That's the most important thing. And if you're doing things for the greater good, and God always provides. As long as you're in His plan, He will always provide for you.
Always.
Wow, amazing, guys. We're following through Beatrice's story of how life is for her as a humanitarian. And at least for you at home, if you feel like you have a calling towards being a humanitarian, you now understand what it involves so that you can figure out if indeed this is the path that you want to take. Now, we're going to take a quick break right here at With the HR, but don't go too far. We'll be coming right back with more on this.